The next problem I'm going to do is a modification of problem number 15. I'm going to do the region bounded by the cube root of x equals 0, x equals 8, y equals 0, rotated about the x-axis. The reason why I'm doing this one is to show you that I can use either the shell method or the disk/washer method for this one. So the cube root of x between 0 and 8 would look like this. I'm going to rotate that region, so let me put some numbers down, about the x-axis. And the first way I'm going to do this is, hey, if I rotate this, I can see that I'm going to end up with a disk. You can do it using the disk method, which will be the second way I do this problem. Some of your homework problems will have you using two different methods. On a test, if I just have you find the volume, you're free to choose whichever method you desire. But the question on the test may be write an integral that can be used to find it on the disk method and find a disk/washer method and an integral to find it using the shell method. So you need to be able to do both. So I'm going to do the shell method first. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw an arbitrary shell parallel to the axis of rotation. So this is my arbitrary shell parallel to my axis of rotation. And now I'm going to write the integral that I'm going to use. Well, it's 2 pi times the integral of the lower limit. Well, my smallest shell is going to be a y equals 0 to a y equals 2 times the radius. The radius is the distance between here and here. Distance between here and here is just y. Times the height. Well, the height of my shell is the purple line right here. Here's what I want you to realize. That the distance between here and here is 8. Okay? Well, I need to solve this in terms of x, in terms of y. So this is y cubed. So this distance is 8. This distance between here and here is y cubed. So if I want to know what this distance is, which is the height of my shell, it's 8 minus y cubed. And dy. So next thing I want to do is anti-differentiate and evaluate. So I get 2 pi. Well, first thing, let's distribute this. Because from 0 to 2 of 8y minus y to the 4th dy. Anti-differentiating. I get y squared over 2, which would be 4y squared. Add 1 to the exponent divided by the new exponent, so it's going to be y to the 5th over 5. And I want to evaluate this between 0 and 2. So I have 2 pi times the upper limit minus the lower limit. The upper limit I'm going to plug in a 2, so it's 4 times 2 squared. Minus 2 to the 5th over 5. And then I'm going to put 4 times 0 squared. Minus 0 to the 5th over 5. Then I am going to, this evaluates to 0. So it gives me 2 pi. 2 squared is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Minus 32 fifths. Lowest common denominator is fifths. So that would be 50 plus 30 is 80. 80 minus 32 would be 48 fifths. 48 times 2 is 96/5 pi. And that would be the answer to this one. So just take your time, figure out what you're going to revolve it around, and that will help you find your answer.